Hey, some Texagon?
Yeah?
I have this Litz with a Kuva Tonkor. Should I take it?
Well, it's a decent AoE weapon, but I would wait for the Kuva Bramma or even the Kuva Zarr.
Alright, okay. Thank you, Spreadsheet Overlord.
Well, I guess it's time. Alright, I know. Another tier list. Okay, look, it gets a lot of views. Okay, seriously though, I'm not making this for no reason. I actually do get asked, is ex-Kuva/Tenet weapon any good? A lot. And for good reason. Most players get their first Kuva weapon in the mid-game, and thusly it's going to be their first truly powerful weapon. And that is how I will be ranking them. To be honest, the incarnate weapons are probably better on all accounts, and they do become available before the Steel Path, but I will take the early Steel Path into consideration, but none of that long endurance nonsense. And with that long ass intro out of the way, let's get started. Going in, no particular order, Kuva Drakgoon. May look like a shotgun, but it handles more like a rapid-fire sniper with a charge gimmick? What to say? This is straight up an upgrade from the Drakgoon, though that's not a very tall bar to clear. It was already overshadowed by the other Kuva weapons, if not eclipsed altogether. And with the continuous power creep rising above even the Kuva weapons, the Kuva Drakgoon, well, let's just say it's not exactly meta. It's not unplayable either, but this really shouldn't be your first Kuva weapon. One more thing though, it's basically single target. I will always withhold that a weapon that can hit 2 targets is better than a weapon that can only hit 1. That is not to say that all single target weapons are worse than all AoE weapons, that would just be silly. But the single target weapon has to deal significantly more damage, and well, you will see what I mean later. Okay, this is where we have to accept that I don't have a ton to say about some of these weapons. It's leagues above its regular counterpart, but that's like saying a pebble is leagues above a single grain of sand. It's still a pebble, dude. And the Kuva Hind is still just a bullet hose, or I suppose you could also play it as a really pathetic shotgun. Kuva Karak is certainly better than Kuva Hind, but that's like saying that 2 pebbles is better than 1. Okay, I'll stop. But yeah, giving marginal buffs to a bad weapon doesn't make it viable, go figure. Hear me out, yes, this is a very powerful weapon, but it's not that much better than the regular Kohm, and again, it is single target. It is certainly not a bad weapon by any stretch of the imagination, but it's more of a, hey, it's a fun toy for the endgame endurance runs, rather than a star chart trivializer. I don't think that's a word. Coming in as our first AoE weapon, we have the Kuva Ogris. You will also notice that this is not a bad weapon, it is however outdone by other options on this list. Kuva Quartakk? I don't know. What are these names, seriously? Okay, I'm glad I could forcefully fit this bit into this section because, well, what do you want me to say? It's a bullet hose that turns into a slightly more powerful shotgun when aimed down sights? It's not very good. The Tonkor used to be the AoE weapon of choice, so you'd think that a Kuva version would be borderline broken. Well, power creep is a thing, and we saw a lot of it just with the introduction of the Kuva weapons. Before the ammo nerfs, I would have said nah. But this fares better in low enemy density environments, so you know what? For its versatility. Okay, the Kuva Brakk, handheld shotgun, whatever. So, the Kuva Kraken sure does have a cool name, but it's so disgustingly similar to the Kuva Brakk that I question its very existence. It feels slightly more clunky in my opinion, I guess, but all in all, it's basically the same weapon. Now the Kuva nukor completely deviates from the original. Try running a heat build with high status on this weapon, you won't be disappointed. But in all honesty, this is best suited as a utility weapon, but oh boy does it dish out a lot of status effects. I would grab this when you see it, even if you don't have a main weapon yet. The Kuva Zarr is the worst weapon in the game, literally the worst, only surpassed by the regular version. Okay, maybe it's not that bad, but it is quite bad. The only thing this weapon has going for it is the building corrosive, but come on, you're not gonna use this over the nukor. Okay, get it off the screen. This is a weird one. Yes, it's just a dumb single target shotgun, and if you ask me, not that long ago, I would have tossed it right down here, but I do whip it out once a week to one-shot the Arca boss fight. I'm not gonna get into damage attenuation, so dumb. DE said they're going to do something about it, so let's give them the benefit of the doubt. For now, anyways. Yeah, it's an arc gun, and it's much better than the regular Grattler, but it's much worse than something like the Mausolon. Like seriously, just bad. Then we finally have the Kuva Zarr. What a weapon, uber powerful portable cannon. However, while this is an insta-pick in my mind, be warned, the ammo chains hit this weapon hard, much more so than the Kuva Bramma. It is not as omni-useful as it once was. You have to bring ammo pads or secondary to most missions now. And while we are at it, the glorious Kuva Bramma. I have done more than one video dedicated exclusively to this weapon, so I won't go on and on about it. See it, pig it. Is the Kuva Chakkurr a sniper? Or a shotgun? I don't know, I can't see shit, Captain. Yeah, this is actually a solid weapon, just outdone by some of the amazing AoE options on this list. Sorry, it's not a bad weapon per se. The Kuva Shildeg, on the other hand, is actually just a bad weapon. A bad Kuva weapon and just a bad weapon in general. I talked about this in my how damage actually works, but certain weapons like hammers are basically single target because of their low follow through, so they need amazing stats to make up for this. And this ain't it, chief. Another arc gun! Yay! Even the alternate fire on the Mausolon wipes with this excuse of a weapon. Bad. On to the Tenet weapons, and let me just say, I don't have nearly as strong of a connection to these ripoffs, so yeah. The Tenet Tetra is just another slow fire rifle. The alternate fire takes too long to reload and eats way too much ammunition. The Tenet Flux rifle is possibly the only weapon on this entire list that is straight up a downgrade from the original, and it's super boring as well. Arca Plasmore, pick it, pick it, pick it. Okay, it's not that much better than the original, but that's not saying much either. I actually changed my mind on the Cycron while making this video. The Cycron can be used both as a main weapon through the star chart or as a primer for your endgame build. Pick it. I don't know what to say, it's a rehash of a previous weapon, except this one fires blue lines. It's still bad though. If only the Tenet Plinx had better status chance and a bit more fire rate. Oh well, as it stands. Here is a weapon that rivals even the mighty Bramma. The main upside is that you get back 2 ammunition with each pickup. Woohoo! I know how that sounds, but I'm actually not kidding. Having 200% ammo efficiency and a larger clip makes it a lot more versatile. The main drawback, however, is that the reload time is abhorrently long. It's conditionally better. Oh Spirex, why do you exist? It's a slow firing single target pistol. I'll rank it like 9 out of 10 in a game that's not Warframe. Ah yes, this abortion. I know I said that I wouldn't have as strong of an emotional outburst, but hello! Why are spear guns such a cool weapon archetype always so bad. And also, when I say stuff like this, I get comments that be like, you don't have to follow the meta. Sometimes you can just do something cause it's fun. 1, that goes against the whole premise of the video. And 2, why not both? Moving on to the melees, we have Tenet Agendus. Okay, moving on. One step up from the formal, we have Tenet Exec. It's good, but well. We have Tenet Livia and Tenet Gregory, and I think both of them are good enough in the melee slot that I would say pick them. They are not as powerful as the AoE primaries, but they do scale into Steel Path better. And that is all of them. I know I used unmodded weapons for B-roll, that did not infer my decision. If you do have a problem with this or anything I said in this video, you can go ahead and write a skeeving review on Trustpilot.